Folks, former House Speaker Pelosi has been doubling down very aggressively on a specific stock, and we need to cover it in detail today. A, we're going to go over her recent performance, why you should track what she's buying and selling. B, we are going to go over what it is that she just bought and why now is a ripe time. There's a specific catalyst coming right around the horizon. C, we are going to break down the company and why it is that this might be worth a buy. And before we get into it, I do want to remind you that, as always, if you're the one taking the risk, you got to be the one doing the ultimate frisk. Always do your own due diligence on all ideas presented here on the channel. And today's video is brought to you by ZipTrader Options. This morning, the S&P 500 broke out into a new all-time high, and this is an extremely hot market, which means there's a ton of opportunities out there. And options are a great way to take advantage of said opportunities. And that's why we offer a full options program for folks looking to learn options that goes from A to Z and includes a private chat as well as near daily options alerts on potential winners that we see. Some of our recent top winners include Palantir calls alerted on June 24th, which have now gone from $2.51 to $5.20 at highs, a run of about 107%. Microsoft calls, which we alerted at $2.23, ran to highs at $11.87. That's a run of about 432% alert price to highs. Our Meta calls ran from an alert price of $25.24 to $100.92, a run of about 298% alert price to highs. Our Apple leaps, we alerted at $8.57, which then proceeded to run to around $37.20. A run of about 334%. In terms of Tesla, our Tesla leaps, we alerted at $30.25 back in March. They hit $85 this morning, and we specifically stated to look for a dump. And if you bought them near dump lows, you would have had up to a 430% run. Now, of course, these are some of our top recent winners, and not every idea is going to win, but every idea will be presented with a full breakdown of why we alerted it so that you can learn. And that's the whole point of the program, learning how to trade options. Anywho, if you'd like to join our program, I'll put the link down below alongside a coupon code that will get you a nice discount on our one-time fee. We're going to get right to work. Timestamps down below. So firstly, folks, you need to understand why Nancy Pelosi is someone to watch. You see, former Speaker Pelosi is one of the most consistent outperformers in Congress. She nearly tripled the S&P 500's returns in 2023, and she's on track to do even more than that this year. Now remember, when you are in the U.S. Congress, you get compensated in several core ways. A salary of about $174,000 a year, you get potential book deals, but the biggest moneymaker for Congress is to get inside information as to which companies are going to get the biggest government contracts. And depending on the committees you're on and how powerful and connected you are within the Congress, well, you may get critical information before everybody else as to when the government is going to do pandemic shutdowns. You're going to get critical information in terms of impending wars, critical resource shortages, and so on and so forth. And this information can go a heck of a long way in terms of growing your stock portfolio. Now, when it comes to Pelosi, whether by sheer intelligence or by privileged information, she is one of the most frequent and successful traders in Congress. She regularly trades stocks and options on some of the hottest setups. Over the last 4 or 5 years, her and her husband have made millions upon millions of dollars stock trading, and this is all publicly disclosed. The Pelosi's are known for their very good timing. In fact, the Pelosi's disclosed buying chip stocks ahead of a critical chip vote last year on industry subsidies. The Pelosi's sold Google shares prior to a DOJ antitrust suit last year. The Pelosi's made endless millions on Nvidia call options as well as other major tech stocks before most of those broke out as well. And overall, Unusual Whales reports that her portfolio is already up 112% so far this year. And for comparison, the S&P 500 is only up 18% this year. So let's go ahead and dive into her most recent disclosures. In the last disclosure, she disclosed selling 2,000 shares of Visa. That's about $500,000 worth of Visa stock. Maybe she's hearing fears of consumer spending dropping or future government spending bills pumping consumers' cash up are less likely to go through, but she's selling Visa stock. She sold Tesla stock, 2,500 shares, around $500,000 too. Actually, so far, this has been a pretty bad trade since Tesla started pumping right after they sold on better than expected delivery numbers and future expectation boosts. But nonetheless, next she bought 10,000 shares of Nvidia. That's around $1.3 million of Nvidia stock. She is known to buy and sell Nvidia quite a lot, and she's made millions and millions of dollars doing so. She tends to know when to buy right before some of the biggest runs, and while she hasn't always called it perfectly, a lot of the time she has. But the next one is the one I want to bring your attention to, and that is Broadcom, ticker symbol AVGO. So Pelosi disclosed a buy of 20 call options with a strike of $800 and an expiration date of June 20th, 2025, next June. Now, this is an interesting time for this trade for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they are a big contractor with government agencies, particularly in defense, telecommunications, and data infrastructure. And secondly, AVGO has a stock split coming after market close this Friday. It's a 10-for-1 split, which means that if it's trading at $1,700, it'll be trading at $170 $5 post-split. Of course, the mere price of a stock is not a reliable indicator of its fundamental value. It doesn't really mean anything, but it does tend to be the case that more people are willing to buy a lower numerically priced stock as compared to a higher numerically priced stock, even if all else is equal. A lot of times I've made videos on certain stocks that are the same exact market cap, but if one is trading at $1.50 and another is trading at $90, well, there's a perception that the one that's trading at $90 isn't a small cap, when of course that's not the case. But people do tend to be more likely to buy something that's a lower priced stock numerically. It's just easier for them to comprehend. And this is the exact same thing that Tesla has done and Nvidia has done in the past, and it's been very, very successful for both of them. But anyways, now I want to deep dive into what exactly Broadcom is, what exactly is AVGO, and is it a good buy? Well, Broadcom Inc. is a global technology company known for its wide-ranging semiconductor and infrastructure software solutions. It was established in 1961 as part of the HP company and later spun off as a separate entity. And today, Broadcom has grown to become a pivotal player in the semiconductor industry. In fact, they estimate that more than 99% of internet traffic crosses through at least one Broadcom chip, which means that it's very likely that this video you're watching is traveling through one of their chips in some way, shape, or form. That's what we call chipception. Its portfolio includes products for data centers, networking, broadband, wireless storage, and industrial applications. Broadcom has established itself as a leader in innovation and technology, serving various sectors and industries globally. Now, in terms of clients and market reach, this is really their strong suit. Besides the government contracts, Broadcom's extensive client base includes some of the largest and most influential companies in the world. Key clients include tech giants like Apple, which utilizes Broadcom chips in its iPhones and other devices, and Google, which integrates Broadcom components into its crucial data centers. Other significant clients include Samsung, Cisco, and Hui. And folks, this wide array of high-profile clients underscores Broadcom's critical role in the technology supply chain, providing essential components that drive the functionality of many very popular consumer electronics, many different types of networking equipment, and enterprise storage solutions, all of which are very, very hot right now, folks. But Charlie, wait a second. What exactly is the competitive edge? What competitive edge might Madam Speaker Pelosi see in this company? Well, Broadcom's competitive edge lies in its extensive patent portfolio and a focus on research and development. The company has consistently invested oodles and even poodles of money into cutting-edge technologies, enabling it to stay ahead of the curve in a very rapidly evolving industry, and one that is very capital heavy. And boy, do they fight to protect their intellectual property. Broadcom's ability to integrate hardware and software solutions provides it with a unique position in the market, offering comprehensive solutions to its clients. Additionally, the company is known for its strategic acquisitions, such as the purchase of CA Technologies and Symantec's enterprise security business. Those key acquisitions have strengthened Broadcom's market position and expanded its product offerings and overall diversified the business. So then the question becomes, why might Broadcom be poised for significant upside? Well, there's a few factors here that might motivate the stock upward. I mean, there's an increasing demand for data center solutions driven by the growth of cloud computing and the Internet of Things they call IoT. Those trends are expected to benefit Broadcom's networking and storage products. Additionally, the rollout of 5G technology is set to drive demand for Broadcom's wireless solutions. The company's also done a very good job at strategically focusing in on high-margin businesses, and its ability to generate strong cash flow through these businesses has been proven time and time again. Now, I want to read you some quotes from analysts covering Broadcom and what they think about it. In terms of William Stein from Truist Financial said that Broadcom remains a top pick in the semiconductor space with a price target of $2,045 due to its strong performance and strategic acquisitions. Vivek Era of BofA Securities said, "We reiterate our strong buy rating on Broadcom with a price target to $2,150, driven by the company's robust growth in semiconductor solutions and infrastructure software." Harlan Sur of JP Morgan said that Broadcom's comprehensive product offerings and strategic acquisitions justify a buy rating with a price target of $2,000. Blaine Curtis from Jefferies said, quote, "They are maintaining a strong buy rating. We set a price target of $2,050, reflecting Broadcom's potential to capitalize on emerging tech trends." Stacy Raskin from Bernstein said Broadcom's focus on high-margin businesses and robust cash flow generation support our buy rating and a price target of $1,950. So analysts generally like to focus on their high-margin business, their market diversity, their market reach, and their massive growth and consistent bottom line improvement. And that all reflects a bullish thesis for AVGO. But Charlie, how exactly is Broadcom different from NVIDIA? Well, NVIDIA's core focus is on GPUs and AI technologies, where Broadcom is more wired infrastructure, wireless communications, enterprise storage, and industrial communications overall. But the company's acquisitions of, again, CA Technologies and Symantec's enterprise security business have also positioned it pretty damn strongly in the software market as well, so that's another thing to note. What are the biggest risks for Broadcom? Well, I'd say supply chain disruption. Broadcom, like many other players in the segment, relies on a complex global supply chain for the production of its products. Disruptions in said supply chain, such as natural disasters, political instability, or supply shortages, can certainly delay production and deliverability, impacting Broadcom's ability to meet customer demands and potentially causing a dumpito in the stock price. And that is a risk that you got to think about. But I don't know, with Pelosi backing it, maybe that's all that you need for the stock to succeed. You be the judge of that. But in summary, why did Pelosi buy AVGO? Well, besides any kind of information that she either did or didn't have behind the scenes, the truth is that AVGO has a lot of other things going for it that are already public knowledge. Again, Broadcom stands out as a leading player in the semiconductor and infrastructure software industries with a very robust and diversified product portfolio, a very strong client base, and a competitive edge driven by innovation, and again, many key strategic acquisitions. The stock right now is on a very consistent momentum building uptrend, and I'd argue it's poised to continue said uptrend. Anyways, you can let us know what your thought process is on the stock down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Make sure to take advantage of that USA50 coupon code on ZipTrader options to start getting our options alerts, and of course our hours of step-by-step lessons on A to Z on learning how to trade options. Have a good one, folks. We'll see you in the next video.